You wonder how cars who are afraid of heights approach a course like this. 5 Connect cubes high at its highest. Hey everybody, I'm Brendan. Hot Wheels. 8 cars going up against the one and only Matchbox team. Another 8 cars. This is the multi-curves course, complete with a full set of chicanes to start off. Subaru and McLaren will be the 2 to begin. And you get another look at it here. Chicanes at the beginning. Very bad for speed as they whip you back and forth. A lot of bobbling in the tracks. McLaren losing that front wheel traction many times, but still holding the lead to the end by a few lengths. As you can see, you have a big drop after the chicanes where speed gets built back up again, a couple hairpins, and we roll to the finish, which has a small hill at the end. Small obstacle to end on. 8:68, the best time so far today. Austin Healey and the Draftnator. And he won't be able to do much drafting today as every car has to stay in their lane. Austin Healey keeping pace, losing a lot of front wheel traction as well. And he will whip around the outside line and hold a lead. And here he comes at the end by a length. Not nearly as good a time as the previous McLaren, but it's still pretty damn good with a 913. Porsche Turbo and the Mercedes-Benz. The Porsche, hits something with the back wheels out of the gate and loses a full length already. Mercedes-Benz holding on to the lead, but it's closing little by little. Here comes the Porsche on the inside line. He's got it by a couple lengths. Mercedes, does he have acceleration here on the inside? No! And the Porsche had it by a mile. 8:27 on the time clock, and he started out quite badly. That Porsche might be one to look out for come future races. More rounds will only tell. What about the Mercedes AMG and the Muscle and Blown? Mercedes and Muscle, we'll call it. Mercedes shaky out of the start. Muscle very smooth, and you can see that transitioning into a large advantage through the chicanes. Slow out of the final chicane, but he's able to hold a really nice pace here through the final couple of hairpins, and he will roll easily to victory here at the finish. 9:26 on the clock, and the worst time so far at 10:35. As he moves on to later rounds, the Muscle will have to pick it up a little bit. Final car coasting over very slowly, almost at a cruise speed at that point. Nissan, Skyline, and the Toyota. The Skyline, the Toyota out to an early lead. Now loses it quickly back to the Skyline, who is very smooth to those chicanes. Not much lateral movement. Wheels do come up a little bit at the end, but the Skyline's got it by many lengths. He would need to lose a lot of speed here at the end to lose the race, and that he does! And the Skyline goes down at the end. Very slow in that final hairpin, and came out at half speed. And 8:85 for the winning time. Toyota Sprinter, and sprinting very slowly out of the block. Side wheels coming up there as well. And that's going to look very bad for the Toyota. He does get some speed here on the inside line. Now he comes to the outside. He's got acceleration at the end, and he gets it all back in the second half. And it just goes to show how incredible some of these racers are when they can get out of the chicanes. Another comeback win, Mazda Pontiac. Mazda now on the far side, Pontiac on the near side. And Mazda starting out slow, but hold your breath. We've seen some incredible accelerative comebacks earlier on in today's first round. And here comes another one, maybe. Mazda with speed, but not nearly enough. 8:48 on his time, but 8:15 for the other vehicle, and well, that's going to be a long shot win. Chevrolet Impala and the Nissan. Nissan starting out slowly on the far side. Chevrolet, sideways wheels up in the air, but is able to regain control as he bobbles down the impasse here towards the hairpin. Chevrolet holding on to many lengths lead, and there is no chance for the Nissan. Oh wow, one of the best times today. That is the best time today, 8:01 on the time clock, and that will be a car to look out for going into round 2. The Impala. Jet black vehicle, beautiful really out there on the track, but struggled in the chicanes. Matchbox with 3, Hot Wheels with 5, and round 2 will roll into view. McLaren Spider and the Muscle and Blown. Remember, the Muscle won his first race by a mile, but slowed down quite a bit. Not a very good time that he won by. McLaren, ooh, struggling to get out of the chicane. Battle lead and started to dwindle. Muscle now coming with some acceleration through the inside line. He has the lead, but McLaren wins it back right at the end. Both times not very good, 8:97 and 9 seconds, but close race nonetheless. McLaren just able to edge it out the end, slow through that outside line, but came back. Porsche Turbo and the Toyota MR2. Porsche. Ooh, you saw him hesitate out of the gate and lose that half a length, and that could be deadly if he can't gain it back here. He does get that first inside line, and here he comes whipping around. Look at the lengths gain. Toyota, he's get the inside line here. Any push? No. 888 for the Toyota, 855 for the Porsche, and not a bad time, but he's going to have to pick it up if he wants to succeed in the semifinals and maybe the finals. Toyota Sprinter and the Austin Healey. Saw the Austin Healey, the Roadster, really burned rubber in the first race, and let's see if he can do anything about the Toyota in this race. Gaining on him through the end of the chicane. He does get outside line here, but he's not far behind, and he's got acceleration. Here he comes, right at the Toyota. At the end, it's close, but it is the Toyota. 860 to 858, and 58 beats 60 every time. Chevrolet Impala and the Pontiac. Remember the Impala, definitely the best time we've seen so far. Really put another impressive number up on the board this time. Pontiac, though, showing huge realms of speed here as we head through the first couple of turns. And can he hold the lead at the end? No! Here comes the Impala! Another burst of speed at the end at 793. It does not get much better than that. Pontiac also crushing most records with a 796, but not able to hold on to the next round. Matchbox with 1, Hot Wheels with 3, and the semifinals stare us in the face. Toyota Sprinter, McLaren will be the 2 to start us off, and my money's on the Sprinter. These times have been much better than the McLaren today. Right now the McLaren, a little bit of an upset so far. 2 lengths ahead out of the chicane. Here comes the Sprinter, sprinting through that inside line and slowly gaining on the McLaren. Here we come at the end, and yes, he's got it by a length, 865. A mediocre time, but enough to get him to the finals. Give him credit there. Impala and Porsche Turbo. Impala. And he's got the best time so far today, down into the 7th. It's going to be a tough position for the Porsche Turbo to come through, but he comes out into Sector 2 with the lead. Here's the inside line. He has the lead. The Impala acceleration at the end, but no! He's beaten out! A broken record again by the Porsche to tie the best time today at 793. The Impala, 100th off to match. Finals. And we got a pretty oddly shaped ending. The Sprinter versus the Porsche. And we may have 2 different time sectors, if we want to say. 865 around the average for the Sprinter. And Porsche, I'm pulling something under 8 seconds sometimes. And this Porsche, wow, 2 lengths ahead already, stretching out very well. And he only hits at 826 this time. And the Sprinter comes through with an 843. A little closer than I expected, but hey, you never know. Leave room for a possible win for the Sprinter, and especially since the Porsche got off to a terrible start this time. Ooh, gains all the speed back, though, and they are even into Sector 2. Here comes the Sprinter, coming out even and better through the first turn, and now behind, trying to accelerate at the end, but no, the Porsche. And with a terrible time of 850, still able to outdo the Sprinter in this particular race, and he will take it into Porsche Turbo. today's winner, winning it for himself and the Hot Wheels. That will be all for today's video. Subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.